What's good? It's your boy Mr. Amaya Lewis back at you with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about just sucking. Alright, if you suck, you suck. Alright, so if you haven't checked out my entire personal development series, please be sure to find it down below. There will be a button where you guys can check out my entire series where I got a bunch of videos talking about all these things. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about sucking, and not that sucking. I mean, like, you actually suck. Like, you're trying to pretend that you're good, but you suck. And I have a lot of people around me who are like this. Like, dude, like, if you just don't know how to do something, you have no experience about something, if you don't completely understand it, why are you teaching it? Like, why are you pretending to know what you're talking about when you actually don't? This is the thing, like this really comes down to the ego. Your ego wants to, you want to feel like you know what you're talking about. You want to feel like a leader. You want to feel like you're in charge. You want to feel like you're in control, but you actually aren't. And so, like, and this happens more often with, like, extroverted people, because they like to just speak they like to speak their mind. And the thing is that they speak and they talk so much that they're talking as though they know what they're talking about. And here's the thing, like, when you come face to face with somebody who's an introvert, somebody who doesn't speak as much, but when they do, they speak in a very calibrated way where they understand what they're talking about. If not, they don't say it at all. We can tell, and it's just ridiculous. Like, dude, like, if you suck, you suck. Like, just accept it. There's nothing wrong with you sucking, but if you suck, just don't talk. Because here's the thing, like, you as extroverts probably don't realize this, because, like I've said, you guys are not at the receiving end of your content, of your delivery. But here's what you're actually doing. If you suck and you're out there pretending to know what you're talking about, what's going to happen is that you're going to create confusion on the other end. All you're going to do is create confusion, because the other person can clearly tell that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're just assuming things, you're filling in blanks, and you're just talking out of your ass just to impress the other person. I don't know what your objective is. Usually we can find that out after asking a few questions, but there's quite a few motives why you would want to do this. First of all, you might want to, you might be trying to show off and trying to say that, oh, I know a little bit more than you do, so, like, let me tell you what I know. And when you say it in this way where you try to make it sound like it's confident and that you actually know what you're talking about and you have some experience in it. But clearly, when you're talking, you have no experience about it, because you can't even talk about your experience, because all you do is share something that you heard here, something that you heard there, and then you sort of, like, deliver it in a way where it was you who actually came up with this content, but you really didn't. And so this just creates confusion, because there's a lot of details that you may be leaving out, as opposed to somebody who's actually been through it, and they may know exactly where this person currently stands, and so they're able to deliver their content in a much more effective way, as opposed to somebody who doesn't clearly know what they're talking about. So, very short video here, like, if you suck, you suck. Go back and actually learn the damn thing, and then you can come back and actually share what you know after you've actually done it, after you've actually studied enough, and after you've actually applied it and you have some experience in it. But other than that, do not do it. Why are you doing it? Like, there's just no point. Besides just confusing the other person and trying to show off that you know more than the other person, or you're letting your ego get to you in the way that, oh, like, I'm better than you, so I'm just gonna pretend that I'm better than you. Or, like, I want to sound like an expert. I want to sound like I'm the fucking authority here, when you're not the fucking authority. You're a fucking fool, because you don't know shit. You suck. You literally just suck. And if you suck, like I've said, it's fine. You don't have to pretend that you know. Just do the fucking research with the other person in that case, if you don't know what you're talking about. But here's the thing, like, this is, like I've said, this is more common with extroverted people who just like to fucking talk and open their fucking mouth without fucking actually thinking about it twice before they open their mouth, and just opening it and then just talking and talking and talking and talking and fucking talking and shit. And you don't even fucking know what you're talking about. And the thing is that this is pretty noticeable when somebody just starts to share things without even asking questions. So if I come up to you and I just start sharing shit, and I have you there in person, obviously right now, this is a video, so you're just watching this video, I don't know where, but I can't actually see. I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are. So if I had to deliver this same content that I'm delivering through video, I would do it in a whole different way if I had you in front of me, because I actually know who you are. I can ask the right questions that'll give me information about who I'm specifically talking to, where you currently stand in this, and from there I can actually communicate with you. Like what kind of I need to know what your ambitions are. I need to know who you are. I need to know if you're a guy or a girl. I need to know what kind of age you are. I need to know what kind of experiences you've been through. I need to know like what's your knowledge right here with personal development. Perhaps you may be more advanced, so I might even cut this video even shorter for you, or the content, my bad. I might cut the content so much shorter for you. If you're advanced, you might just need a few words here and there. But if you're a beginner like here, I might actually share the content in a very similar way, because my content is more for beginners. So I might, I'm gonna pound. Not only am I gonna pound, but I'm gonna try to give you as much details as possible, because this is for beginners. So like, I gotta understand like where you currently stand here, and not just deliver shit like that, because if not, then it becomes very offensive to the receiving end, because you don't actually understand who the fuck you're talking to. You're just fucking opening your fucking mouth, and you're expecting the person on the receiving end to just filter all the bullshit that you're saying and actually fucking find something that's actually useful from whatever it is that you're saying. So like, just admit it, man. Like, if you suck, you suck. And there's nothing wrong with just being bad, but you just gotta admit it. Don't pretend that you're actually good at something when you're actually not, because you're not doing any service to anyone but yourself, trying to sound like you actually know what you're talking about, but you really don't. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna create confusion in the other person. The other person is gonna be extremely frustrated because you've created frustration in the other person. And well, if you've created confusion and frustration in the other person, then that person will not produce results. Whatever it is that you're teaching this person, or you're trying to make this person understand something, in the end you're just creating confusion, and this person is not going to be able to operate from that. They're not going to get a result, and then they're going to be pissed at you because you suck, and they'll know that you suck. And from then on, just know for a fact that once they find this out, anything else that you say after this, they'll just discard it. It'll go in through one ear, it'll go out the other, and it'll be gone. And then you'll be wondering why your people don't listen to you. And it's because you suck. It's because you suck, and because you've proven that you fucking suck over and over and over again, and people don't trust you anymore. Everything that comes out of your mouth is like, man, this is just like, you might even be right here and there, but because this person is just so used to just blurring shit out, blurring shit about things you don't even really know about, they'll know that you suck, and they'll just won't pay attention at some point. And then you'll be wondering what the fuck happened. Well, that's what happened, is that you're fucking sharing information that you don't really know about. You don't know it deeply, so you don't understand it. And another thing is that you didn't even ask questions. So you're not even tailoring the information you're putting out there specifically for the person that you're giving it to. And that's the thing, you have to tailor the damn information. I don't understand. So like there's and like I said, this is a problem more with extroverts, because they just love to talk. They don't like to actually analyze who they're actually talking to. They expect everybody to just connect with the way they're saying things, because to them it makes sense. And it might even make sense to you to some degree, but it doesn't make sense for the other person. It doesn't. And here's the thing, like, it's not just about like, and you can suck in that way as well. So I've been mostly talking about you sucking and the fact that you don't actually know about the topic, but you can also suck in your delivery. Your delivery might just suck because you're not tailoring it. You're not using the right words. You're not using the right emotion. You're not using the right environment for that specific person. All right. So like, if you're trying to like teach an introverted person, let's just say you're trying to teach him something, and you go and you take him to a very loud area and you're trying to teach him something like in a very crowded environment, this person is not going to learn shit, because first of all, they're already fucking nervous and anxious because of the fact that they have all these fucking people walking all around them and shit. It gets fucking claustrophobic and shit, and you get anxiety, and like, they won't be able to pay attention to you, and that's your fault for trying to teach an introverted person something in a very like, in a place where it's not right. It's not right for them. They don't feel comfortable, and that's another thing. Like, make sure that if somebody needs to learn something, you want them to actually learn it. Make sure you do it in a place where it's comfortable for them, not for you, for them. Because if they're not comfortable with you and the environment, then nothing's gonna happen. So just keep this in mind, all right? If you're an extroverted person, now introverts, like I've said, they really don't run into this problem as much, just because introverted communication is usually more calibrated, and that's usually like my communication. Like, I like to really think over what I'm gonna say before I even say it. I like to make these calculations. I like to ask these type of questions before I even start to deliver my shit, because I want my shit to hit. And the thing is that, of course, there's situations where it might be just you just kind of have to like pump it out, and this is where introverts kind of have a hard time when they kind of have to deliver things on the spot. But if you can, make sure it's calibrated. Make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure you know your content in and out. That way, when you're actually communicating, it doesn't sound like you suck, and it actually sounds like you know what you're talking about. You have some experience, and that you actually understand the person who you're talking to. So that's the thing. Like, this really frustrates me. I experience this like, a couple times a day, where I have people around me who just, they don't understand, man. They're just sort of delivering content, expecting that I'm gonna listen to them, but in reality, I'm not, because I can already tell that they suck. Their delivery sucks, and they don't understand the topic fully. So, what kind of benefit am I gonna take from actually listening to these people and actually trying to apply anything? Because that's another thing. Like, people who truly understand, they'll give you an actionable step that's tailored to you, because you see, I can't give you I can't give you something to take action upon if I don't know you. I don't even know where do you reside? What kind of experience do you have? What things have you tried? I don't even know if do I have to have you do a completely new thing? As far as taking action, do you have to take a whole new action? Or are you already taking action? Do you just have to calibrate the type of action? Maybe you have to make a little adjustment here and there, and that'll do it. I don't know that. So, like, I have to make sure that I know that in order for me to give you an actionable step to move forward and actually produce a result. And so, yeah, I mean, just keep this in mind. If you suck, you suck. All right? You suck. And there's a thing for, like, as well, if you're the person giving this, if you're the person, giving this advice, if you suck, go and learn your shit, man. Like, go and learn it. Like, stop trying to like impress people. Stop trying to like sound like you're the best there is, because you're not. You suck. So you educate yourself. There's books, there's courses, there's a lot of places where you can learn. Nowadays, you have the internet as well. You have a lot of fucking resources. Just go and fucking learn your shit, get some experience, and then you can come back and actually, help people out. But if you don't have what it takes, then just take a pause. I'm not telling you to not fucking teach at all again, but make sure you prepare yourself properly. Make sure you equip yourself with the necessary tools in order to not sound like you suck. And in order for your messages to actually get through, if you're facing this problem right now, you as a leader, as a boss, as, whatever, you're trying to give advice to your friend, and your friend isn't even paying attention to you, well, now you know why. Because you suck. Because it doesn't matter, fuck the intention. Like, I get a lot of this too, like, I have good intentions with my advice, I just want to help the other person. You fucker, you might, the truth is, you're doing a person a disservice for trying to do that shit. And you might be actually helping them out by keeping your fucking mouth shut, instead of fucking opening it and then confusing the other person, your friend. Don't do that. If you don't know, you don't know. The best thing you can do is actually point them towards someone who actually knows what they're talking about. You might be more helpful like that than you trying to make up shit just to make your friend feel better. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the entire personal development series. You're going to find it down below. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.